So in this session, we discuss about how to remove a password for giving a sheet. Okay, I create a file with the name of pass, and I want to give a password to this sheet one. If any one sheet, if you want to give any password, I select the sheet one and I want to give a password. I click on the review and click on the protect sheet and I type the password like this. Okay, I given the password and save this one and I close this one. In generally in your systems, the file name does not contain the extension. The file name does not contain extension. If you want to view with the extension, it is a necessary for the situation. I want to view with the extension. You do one thing, you must double click on the my computer or this PC like this. You must double click on that one. In this dialog box, you may click on the view. At the last is a button which is called as options. This is also called a folder options. You must click here. Now we get the folder options. In this one, we may click on the view. In this one, you may actually it contains a tick mark here. That's why its extension can't be displayed. So you must remove this one. You must remove the tick mark. So then we get the extension of every file. I will show you. So like this .xls, okay, .docx, like this, the extension it will be displayed. Okay. Now I want to remove the password. Let's check. First step, by pressing F2, you must select the extension and type as a zip. Automatically it will be displayed like this and say yes. Automatically it will be converted into. You must double click it to open, and in this one you must double click this one. Okay, and one more thing. So you want to bring the worksheet, so you must double click on this one. You may given a password to a sheet. Which sheet you may given, you must find out and drag that one at outside. So you can't do the double click on this one. If you double click, it will be open a browser. If it open in a browser, we can't modify. That's why you do one thing. You must click on the right button on this file and select the open with and click on the notepad. Automatically we get this one. Okay, in this one, sheet protection, you must search for the sheet protection where it is. If you search manually, otherwise it can't be displayed. You must put the insertion point at the starting place and press the Ctrl F. Here one of the drawback in the notepad is, if I place the insertion point from this location, it can search only downwards only. The remaining part it can't be searched. That is the drawback in the notepad. That's why I am saying you must put here and type as a Ctrl F sheet protection, not to give entered, sheet protection PRO like this. Automatically it will be searched. If that sheet contains so much of data, this file contain so much of data, it will contain. That's why. So previous we couldn't type anything. That's why simply it will be displayed in one screen. But some text will we type in that sheet. That's why it displays some content here. Okay, that sheet contain some content. Automatically Excel file can also contain the content. Okay. So you must select the sheet protection, and this is called as a tag. This is the starting, and where it is, this is the ending. So you must select from this one to this one. Okay. So in your system, by default, it will be put as a off, word wrap off. In this, it look like this. It will be wrapped off in your notepad. So the data will be look like this. it will be look like this. It is very horrible to search for this one. That's why I'm saying you must give a tick mark for the word wrap. Now you get like this. Now you may search for this sheet production, and you must select the end of the tag. This is called as a tag. You must delete this one and save this one and close. You bring it back into this zip and say okay. Now you close this one. This is not necessary for this one. We use this one. Now you may change the extension dot xls x, enter, enter, enter. Now you may change here. In this way we may remove, but keep in mind those the password you may given, we remove it, but what the password we given, we can't display or retrieve the password. It is highly impossible because such a 5112 technique is they use. This is the algorithm name. Hash algorithm name is SHA-512. This is very powerful, which is used in bank transactions by using, I mean to say online transactions. They use this type of description. While you entered your card details, automatically it can say no refresh and no backspace you may press. Why? Because it will be encrypted with another format. That is a hash algorithm. Its code is SHA-512. It's a very powerful. No other third-party software are developed to retrieve, I mean, decrypt this encrypted data. I hope you can understand. And the same logic will be applied here. We can't retrieve the password, but we may remove. I hope you can understand. So what about the review on the product sheet? We discussed about this one. Now, what about the product workbook? Anyone can give the answer by clicking on the product workbook, what it can do. What is the product sheet means? One sheet will be protected. What about the product workbook? What about the product workbook? Anyone can give the answer.
It will protect the entire notebook, sir.
Okay, next. If any other persons also may give the answer. Very good, thank you. Give for the answer. If anyone, what about the workbook? Protect workbook. Protect sheet is only one sheet will be protected. What about the protect workbook?
It's a total Excel file.
I mean, the remaining sheets also it will be protected. It protect the whole Excel file by giving Aishwarya. Okay, so let's do one thing. It's not correct answer. The correct answer is we can't insert any new sheet. We can't delete any existing sheet. We can't move color like this. I hope I will show you. In generally, it will be highlighted. We may insert, delete, rename, move or copy, and tab color and product sheet and hide. We may do all these ones. If I protect workbook, what happened? So by giving like this, what happened? By right clicking on that one, we can't insert, delete, rename, move or copy, tab color, hide. These are functions are not work. This is protect workbook, but you may do this work. You may do this work. Okay, so protect workbook means those the sheets are available. The sheets you may type any sheets, entire sheets you may use, you modify, but there is no permission will be given. You can't insert any new workbook, and you can't delete existing workbook. You can't rename the existing and move or copy, tab color, hide. You can't do these things by using protect workbook. Okay, if I given like this, how we remove this one? Let's check. I will show you. At the same, you must get the extension So first step is by pressing F2 or rename without a dot. Just you select the extension. You may type the zip, press enter, and yes, you may double click and you get the Excel. Not to go the worksheet, just moves towards the workbook. Okay, so you must select the workbook and you may drag this one at outside. The same thing you may do, right click, select the open with and select the notepad. Now it will be open like this. You can't say spreadsheet, I mean spreadsheet production. You can't say sheet production, you may say workbook production. If it is can't be display, you may search here this one, workbook production. And also yes, I say this one, hash algorithm. SHA 512 is the hash algorithm. This is a very powerful, and this is a hash algorithm value. Yes, I select this one, and there is some software are there, some web pages, not software. There is some web pages are there. Now this type of hash algorithm, you must collect this number. So from this one to this one, you must collect this one and copy. And some web pages will contain those they convert, they descript this type of inscription, and you get this answer. You get the removed password. I never tried this one. Okay, so this is illegal. You do your own worksheets also. You do your own worksheets, not to apply on other worksheets. Keep in mind. If anyone asks, you may help. Otherwise, unnecessarily, you can't break this one. Okay, this is for our production only. So by save this one, I remove this one and save this one and close this one and drag this into this location and say okay. As I close this one, yeah, I don't want need of this one. I delete this one. I change its extension. XLS, X, enter, enter. Now it is possible to insert new work, I mean new sheets. Delete existing sheets and move or copy like this. We may do all this. Tab color also you may apply. You may right click on this one, you get all these one. I hope you can understand. Okay, in this way we remove the password which have been given to product sheet or product workbook. Okay, and yes, I will show you one technique in this one. In this workbook, there are different users are working. Just it's a knowledge for you. Different persons are working in this worksheet. I want to give each person, I make some color. I want to fill some color like this. Okay, I given some color like this. Yeah. Okay, I given like this some color here. So this is one of the person I want. That person can only enter in this one. If the person, only one person can these ranges, those I make a color. This one can do one person only. He can change everything in this region. Only one person can do. This is another person can do his own style in this range only. This is another person. No one person. If the person can't do modification in this region, if this person can't do any modification in these two regions, so how we manipulate like this? So I select this one and say where we go review and say allow edit ranges. Allow edit ranges. Now you may give a new one, say Ramesh, I want to give to that person Ramesh in this region, and I given as a password as one to him and say okay, okay. And also I want to give this is a Ramesh and new one. I select this range. Sorry, Ramesh Omsi. I select this one and select another one, and I given a password to S, and also I want to give, so I want to give another one, and I give third, say okay, third okay. So apply, say okay, okay. So if generally you type, it will be typed. But after doing, you may protect sheet. You may apply the protect sheet like this. So if you want to modify, what happened, it asks some password. Okay, if you want to modify something, it asks this one. If you want to modify something, it asks. For example, I want to modify this one, whatever it may be. So just I want to modify, it asks some password. I entered password. Okay, now I get that permission. Now I get that permission. If I want to modify, I can't get any permission. So while he was doing his work, his password is valid. He was doing his work, his password is valid. He was doing his work, this password is valid for this one. Okay, in this is a yellow editor in this. In Tally, we may use the users and give the permissions. If you have knowledge in Tally, by giving a username and passwords at the same one company, you may select, you may create different types of users and give some their password, and also along with some permission you may give to that users. The user can do that permission which you have given, he can do that work. Other work he can't do that one. We may do in Tally. At the same, at the one sheet, you may allow for the different users by giving a password like this. Allow edit ranges. I hope you can understand. Okay. So yeah, let's check. Yes. So what we discuss about this one, filter is over. Anyone can give the voice to me. So filter is over. We discussed yesterday. Please give me the answer. Yeah.
Yes,
Manal,
sir.
very good. You may give the answer to me. Your voice gives with clarity. Okay.
Yes, sir.
May I know your name, please?
Jivan, sir.
Jivan, you may give response. Okay. So your voice may give me a good quality. So we don't discuss or discuss about this ifs.
No, sir, we didn't discuss.
Okay. Rand array.
Yes, sir.
Okay, we discuss. First, we complete this one. After that, we will discuss about this one. Ifs is nothing but multiple ifs. Generally, we do one thing here. Yeah, I want to delete this one. So here some averages will be given. Here some averages will be given, and if you want to grade, give a grade like D grade, will get below 45. Less than 60, we get the C grade. Below 75, we get the B grade. Otherwise, A grade. If you want to write in if condition, how we make this one? Let's check. Equal to if, and you may take the average and say less than 45, then you may type like this D grade. And again, once again, you may do one thing, you may type if and open bracket and select the cell and type less than 60 and comma and put the C and put a comma, and if and you do one thing, just do like this, 75, and make it as a comma, sorry, B comma A. We close this one. First, second, third. The last bracket will be indicated with the color of black, and press enter. Now you get this one. Now you may double click here. We get this answer. We get this, the same result. Okay. By using if. I want to apply ifs, IFS. How we make this one? Equal to IFS. By applying ifs, the logical is this one, and say less than 45 comma, you may say degrade. You don't want to give, you don't give the ifs again, if again, simply select the logic and say 60 and give the if the condition is true, what you want to display, you may give, and again you must select this one, say less than 75. So those you want to give, you may enter, sorry, B, and close this one, comma. Now you may say true. Okay, now you may say true and put a bracket and say A. If all these conditions makes false, then it always indicates true. That's why we make given like this, true, and say A and press enter. Now I get this one. I make is double click the same by using if. So you may check each and every row will be same by using if and ifs. So in ifs, there is no need to place any if. It can't be repeated. But here you may observe here, each and every time you may type here. Each and every time you may type here, which makes some problem. But ifs, just we can define the condition, logical condition, and give the true statement only. Now it will be displayed. This is the ifs. I think it is available in for other versions like 16, 19. It is available, I think. Okay. So this is the ifs. Okay, we may use like this. And one more example. So I want to indicate a temperature, that the temperature is above 55, the laptop will be automatically shut down. Before shutdowning, it gives some message like shut down. If the temperature is less than 55 and above 50, it display alert. Okay, it display alert. Less than 55, above 50, it display as a alert. And its temperature is above 41 and below 50, it must be displayed as a good. So above 31 and less than 31, it will be displayed as a fair. Otherwise, any unnecessary 2, 1 like this type of below 31, any value I entered, it must be displayed as a invalid. That's why how we make this one. So when I entered my laptop temperature is 57, automatically it will be displayed as a shutdown. If my laptop temperature 50, then it gives the alert. If my laptop temperature is 40, so fair, like this. So by depending upon the value, we get this answer. How we make this one? Simple. Equal to ifs and open a bracket, and you must select that range, then say greater than or equal to 55, above 55, what you want to show, shut down, and again you may select the this one and say greater than or equal to 50, whatever it may be, you may give any value. Now it will be display alert, like this you may give comma, and also you may select the cell and say 40 or whatever it may be and say good, and I want to stop for this one. So below, okay, once again I give greater than 30. Yeah, 30. I want to display as a fair, comma, true, comma, I given as invalid. Means below 30, whenever I enter the value, it makes as a, it is not possible to get a low temperature. That's why we make this as a invalid. That's so we get like this shutdown. So we get this one fair. We get this one invalid. So in this way, we may get this titles or messages like this by depending upon the ifs, ifs. Okay, I hope you can understand. In this way we may use ifs. We don't need any if in this between. I hope you can understand. Okay, and what about this rand array? We discuss about this one, rand array, random array. We discuss about this one.
Yes, sir.
Okay, about the sequence. We discuss about this one, sequence. If you have any doubt, another person, if anyone, you may answer. Sequence, the values will be displayed in a sequence manner. So I will explain to you. If you have suffered some doubt, no problem, we will discuss about this one. So sequence is nothing but a sequence, equal to sequence. So number of rows I give only, for example, I give like this, only 20 I given. What happened? This is the dynamic array function, because only function will be available in first cell only, the remaining it will be spill. Okay, I want to get the even numbers. How it is possible? Equal to sequence. So I want to give one row and one column, start from 2, step value 2, one row, row must be increased. How many rows if you want? I need below 50. I want to get the even numbers. So equal to sequence 50 comma 1 comma 2 comma 2 and press enter. What happened? You get this answer. 50 values, 50 rows. So 50 rows means it will be gets to 100. If you want to get 50, you must give as a 25. So at the same we do here in the series. The same work will be done here. In column, you must step value, you must define 2. I take another. The same we will do here series, and you may select the column. Step value makes 2 and the step value makes as a 50. I want to get below 50. That's why we get this one. What happened? Yeah, starting value I couldn't given, so that's why. So series column, step value 2, step value 50, and linear okay columns. Okay, now we get this 50. The same thing will be happened by doing here equal to sequence. Okay, there is no need to give the starting value 1 instead of 25. Then only I get this 50. 25, one column, starting number is 2 and step value is 2. There is no need to give at the starting like this here, but we mentioned that by pressing the same 50 will be displayed. Sequence is a function which display the series of numbers. It's a odd number or 0 or natural numbers, whatever it may be. But we look its argument sequence. So what is the meaning of rows? How many rows if you want to display? You must specify columns. I say only one column. That's why it will be displayed in one column. Instead of one column, I say 10 comma columns must be displayed as a 4 and comma start value must be 2 and step value 2. What happened? Let's check. What happened? So I given 10 rows. You may count here, you may select here, it will be displayed. It's a 10 rows and 4 columns. So 10 rows, 4 columns, it will be formed, and it asks starting and increment step value. So automatically it will be arrange the values. You may also say like this. If you not to select like this, there is no need like select like this. You just click in one cell, say sequence, and 5 rows, 2 columns, and 1 comma 1. What happened? What happened? I given like this: 5 rows, 2 columns, 1 comma 1. Means natural numbers will be displayed in 5 rows, 2 columns. So now I get this value. Okay. So I hope you can understand. In this way, we may use the sequence. Each function you may learn with clarity. Okay, sequence, I hope you can understand. If you forget all these one equal to sequence, if you use this sequence, if you forget all these ones except rows, just I define 20. What happened? 20 rows. Only it asks that 20 rows. Means by default it will be taken as a starting value 1, step value 1, column 1. It will be taken as a default values as a 1. Now I get that 20 from 1 to 20. I get this. Okay, I hope you can understand. Okay. So this is the sequence. I hope you can understand. And what about this one? Sort. We discussed about this sort. We discussed about this sort. Anyone can give the answer, or you may send text message. We discussed about this one.
Yes, sir. Already.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Nice. Sort by. We discussed about this one. Sort by.
I think no, sir.
No, we couldn't discuss about this one. Okay, no problem. Let's discuss about this one. Sort by sort. Okay. Yeah. So what is the meaning of sort? So very basic step is sort by. You must select. Sort function can apply only one column. You may sort. Okay, you may sort only one column, but sort by you may sort different columns. That is the main difference. Sort makes only one column, you may sort, but sort by makes multiple columns, you may sort. Okay, now here asking employees based on this unit sold, sort by unit sold. So I want to start with this one. So equal to sort by, I want to select this one and put a comma and this one by array 1 minute. I will show you. Equal to sort by, I select this one and I want to sort this one and press enter. Sorry, yeah, it asks more than one. I select this one, comma, I select this one, say press enter. No. We do one thing. Equal to sort by. You must select this one first, comma, and you must select this one. Now we sort this one. We sort this one like in a ascending order. Okay, sort by. So it means it sort multiple columns. I sort only here one column only. I make it as a sort. So I want to sort multiple columns like this. How we make this one? So display employees, units, and average price column are written based on the descending order of the values in the total value column. I will take this one as a descending order. So we do one thing, equal to sort by, you may take this one. This is the array which you want to depends upon sort, comma, how many columns if you want to sort, 3 columns. That's why I select these 3 columns. So I want to get these 3 comma. So I want to the total value must be put as a descending order. That's why I select the descending order. Okay. So if there is any another column, if you want to make a sort, you may give here one column, column we may say sort here. That one is the total value. By depending upon the total value, I want to sort in descending order. I want to sort this total value in descending order, and I get these 3 columns. That's why I mention here as a second argument and press the enter. Sorry, what happened here? Array by 1. Yeah. Next, I remove this one. Yeah, I make it one as a first and put second one. Yeah, by array means on which column, sorry, on which column. Say enter. Now I get like this. What happened here? Comma. So descending order, this one is the descending order. Units sold. I will show you. So which column if you want to display, you must select this one, comma, which column if you want to, I think second column, 1 2 3 fourth column. Yeah, fourth column, and say as a descending. Okay, no, you must mention this instead of number, you may select the column. Is it correct? Okay. Why it will be displayed like this? Yeah, baseline value. Very good. We apply on this value, the values in the total value. So once again, I want to take a clarity. Sort by array means which columns if you want to sort, you must select this one. Okay, if I select like this, what happened? Comma, and select this one, comma, -1 and press enter. Additionally, it will be displayed like this. So total value will be taken. Where it comes here, 897. B, C, D, E. Okay. Yeah. Very good. Nice. So here, equal to sort by, I want to display these columns only, comma. I select this column, comma, and this one take as a descending and say okay. Yes, it's a correct. Because by depending upon the total value, it will be formed in the descending. The highest value is 25. That's why its value will be displayed like this. And in descending order, what the next value we get? 2.52. We get this answer. After this one, which value is there? So 19 is there, that we get this one, and 19.25 below. This is the we get this answer 3.5. You may observe here we depend upon this one. By depending here, say total value column must be in descending order. The total value must be in a descending order. So it will be taken in a descending order, and I want to display only these three columns only. That's why it is display like this. Okay, it will be in order, but we can't display this one. That's why it makes confusion. So if you want to get clarity about this one, you do one thing. You get the sort by, you must select all these columns. You must select all these columns, comma, and you must select the total value, comma, and say -1 and press enter. Then you get this correct answer. You must put this one. So if you leave this one, what happened? We make confusion. What happened? That's why. So by depending upon the total value, it will be displayed in the correct order. Okay, I hope you can understand. Sort by makes more than one condition if you want to sort. So this is the one example. And also one example is, if any one new data will be added to this table, it can't be reflected here. It can't be displayed because it is a normal data. That's why it can't be updated. Otherwise, if you convert it into a table, if you convert it into table and assign some data to that table, automatically it will be reflected. Whenever you add this one, automatically it will be reflected. Let's check. It will be converted into table by selecting this table, say Control T, automatically it will be converted. Now equal to sort by, I select the array. I want to display all this one. That's why I select comma, and I want to sort for this one, comma, and ascending order. I want to display in ascending order, and close this one and press. So it will be displaying in ascending order. I put this last argument. Okay, so I get this one. If I add this data, what happened? Let's check. So Manikanta, automatically what happened? It will be added. If the value I change like 1, automatically Manikanta will be moved towards the first place. If I place like 3, what happened? In between it occurs. Okay, so this is the facility by doing a sort by function. And also you may also apply like this sort by. How we make this one? Equal to sort by. I want to select as all these columns. Okay, comma. First you may take a unit sold in descending order. You must select unit sold in descending order. Say comma descending order. Okay, comma, and second by array unit sold in descending and employees in ascending. Now I select the employees in ascending, say 1. Okay, and close this one and press enter. Now I get this answer like this. Just you do one thing. You must specify which columns you returned. You must select that columns. If you don't want to insert this, you may select like this. Only 3 columns if you want to display like this. And you must select the column, which column, first column, which you want to sort and make it as a ascending or descending. After then you may select another column, and also you may specify it is in ascending or descending and put a comma, and you may select another column. In this way you may give. This is the sort by. Sort only one column, it makes sorting. But sort by is multiple columns, it make a sort. I hope you can understand. Okay, so this is the sort by. These functions only available in Office 365 only. Other versions, these functions are not allowed. I hope you can understand. Okay. We discussed about the errors. We discussed about the errors. Different types of errors. We discussed about this one. Anyone can give the answer?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What about unique function? We discussed this one.
Yes, sir.
Okay. XLOOKUP.
No, sir.
Okay. This is the major one. Okay. Okay. Let's discuss about this one. XLOOKUP. Yeah. So let's discuss about this one. Some examples is here. Basic XLOOKUP is how many arguments are here. We will show. I will show you 101. I given the item ID. I want to get the cell. So equal to XLOOKUP. So these are the different types of arguments like lookup value, lookup array, return array, if not found, match mode, search mode. These are the different types of arguments. Different types of arguments: lookup value, lookup array, and return array, if not found, match mode, search mode. These are the different modes. Okay. I explained to you. So first I give the example. After then I give the clarity about these functions. These two are very important. That's why first I execute this one. After then we discuss about these two one. So first one is the lookup value. So I want to look up for this one, comma. In this, you must concentrate here. Totally different from the VLOOKUP. So lookup array, I want to look up in this region only. I want to select only this region. I want to search in this region only and put a comma. Return array. So I want to get the cells. I want to get the cells. That's why I select return array, means I want to get this one only, and press enter. Now you get this answer. So by comparing with VLOOKUP, how we make this one? By using VLOOKUP, how we make this one? Let's check equal to VLOOKUP. This is the lookup value, comma. You must select like this. Okay. Entire table you must select, comma, column index number 1, 2, 3, 4. You must select the column index number and press enter. Now you get this answer. In this way we may give in VLOOKUP. In XLOOKUP, how we make this one? Equal to XLOOKUP. So this is the lookup value. This is the common for both. And the major difference is in VLOOKUP, you must select the entire data. But in XLOOKUP, just it is a in which column I want to search. So you must select this one. And what do you need to do, retrieve? What do you need the result? You must select that. I need this result. So you must select this one and press enter. Simple. So, but here we may specify the column number. We may specify the column number. If I place any space here, what happened? It gives the correct answer, but it gives the date. It contains the date. So date. It contains the date. So that is the major drawback in VLOOKUP, but in XLOOKUP it will be overcome. I hope you can understand. This is the XLOOKUP. So the other arguments which are here we mentioned, we will discuss now. Okay. So these three are very important. That's why they can't put any square bracket. For after this one, they can put a square brackets. Means if you may ignore. Okay. So this is the XLOOKUP. If I take this one, another example, I take after then I explain. If you depend upon an item name, so you may also equal to, you do one thing, XLOOKUP. So this is the lookup value, comma. You must search in this region. So you must select this one, comma. What you want to get the result is sales. So you must select the sales and press enter. Monitor the first occurrence, it will be displayed as a 23. And also the major disadvantage is in VLOOKUP is it can search only left to right direction, but in XLOOKUP at any direction it will be searched. I will show you. So here I given a date. So this is the date, and I need to get the item name, which is placed from right to left, right to left. But in XLOOKUP it is highly impossible. It's a drawback or a disadvantage. But you do one thing, simply you say equal to XLOOKUP. So I want to search for this value in this region, comma, I want to get this item name and press enter. Ultimately you get this 1, 2, 20, you get the keyboard. So the major drawback will be overcome. Okay, the major drawback will be overcome. So this is the XLOOKUP. Let's check its arguments. I type something for you. So XLOOKUP is a very important. The last two arguments is there. They are the very important. Okay, I will show you what are the first argument is in the XLOOKUP. Let's check. I will show you beside of this one. The first argument is a lookup array. The first argument is a lookup array. Okay, lookup array means which value if you want to search. So the array are range to search which value if you want to search. Okay, this one. And what about next one? Return. I mean, what is the next one? Lookup value, lookup array. Sorry. Lookup value is the first. Lookup. So we must give here lookup value. Sorry. Lookup value. Okay. You must give the lookup array. In which location? In which range? If you want to search. Okay. So in which location if you want to search, that is the lookup array. And next one is the return array. This is the new one. A return array. This means, what is its meaning? The array are arranged to return the range or array. Array is nothing but more than one value. The range or array to return. Okay, the range or array you return. This is the return array. These three are mandatory. These three are mandatory. What about the next one? Not found. If not found. If not found. So let's check. You may double click. If not found. If not found. So if not found, it's optional. If the record is not found, what the message must be given? So this is the message given by the user. Okay. If the user can't be given message, ultimately the system will be given. So here the fourth option I ignore here. The fourth argument I ignore this one. That's why what happened, the system will be generated number like hash n by a not available. So instead of this one, if there is any error occurred, no record found. Like this, you may do like this. Simply it will display like this. So the fourth argument, if not found, means if you want to give any message to the user, if the valid data he can't enter So at that such time, how we give intimate to the user? You give the information from the fourth argument. This is the if not found. Okay, in general, we ignore this one. We can't do this one. Simply we make as a comma. Just we make it as a comma. We leave this one. Automatically system will be generated. And next one is the match mode. Next one is the match mode. Next one is the match mode. In match mode, there are four parameters are here. 0 means exact match. 1 means exact match or next smaller item. Exact match or next larger item. Wildcard character match. So I will show you this one. What about this one? Next, match mode. Match mode. Match mode. So what are the options are available for this one? Let's check. So there are 4. 0. It is the default. Okay, this is the default. If you ignore in match mode, by default it will be taken as a so as a default 0, which means exact match. This one called as exact match. Okay, and what about this one? -1. -1 means exact match. Exact match or next smallest. So here we put the equal to, that's why it will be taken as a function. Sorry, we do one thing here like this. Now you can place the equal to. So if you given as a -1 in match mode, first it search for the exact match. If the exact match is not visible in search mode, match mode, ultimately you can search for the next smallest value. Let's another example. 1 equal to the same thing. It will be happen. That's why I put a quotation. And 1 equal to exact match or next larger. Okay, next larger. So first it gives the preference to the exact match is available or not. If the exact match is value is not available, then it search for the next larger item, next larger value. And next one at the last, it is a 2 equal to wildcard match. Wildcard, you know about this one. Wildcard means a star and question mark. Star comma question mark are called the wildcards. Okay, star comma question mark are called the wildcards. You may also use these wildcards, and also the wildcards will also use in VLOOKUP. Okay, this is the similar in VLOOKUP also. So we do this one. So in this match mode, in match mode, these 4 arguments are here. We will discuss about this one, match mode. Okay, so let's check about this one. What is this left to right? Already we may see this one. So here we given a date and we get this item, and also one more thing here. And another important is here the date is here, and from left to right to left the data you retrieve only one data here, but here you may also retrieve the more than one column also you may retrieve here by giving only one function. I will show you. Equal to X lookup, you must use this one as a lookup value, comma in item ID. So date, you must select this one. You must look up array is this one, comma, and if you want to return I return of these two one. I want to return of these two one. That's why I select this one and press enter. What happened? I get these two columns. So only one formula will return. This is the major advantage in XLOOKUP. But in VLOOKUP, if you enter one formula in one cell, you may drag. Say yes or no. But in XLOOKUP, only one function you may design. Ultimately, it will means fill the remaining columns. I hope you can understand. So left to right, and some more data also automatically it will be displayed. There is no problem. I will show you. And one more thing, I copy this one and paste here, and I entered something value here. Now equal to XLOOKUP. I search for this one, say comma. I select in which location I want to search. I select this one, comma, and say return array. I want to return all these columns. So that's why I select all these columns and say enter. What happened? Only one formula. I entered only one formula. The remaining columns ultimately automatically display. This is the major advantage in XLOOKUP. Okay, can you understand this one? What are the major advantages? If you learning XLOOKUP, you forget the VLOOKUP. It's practical happen. XLOOKUP makes very flexible, but the disadvantage is the XLOOKUP is only available in Office 365. Only it is available in Office 365. The remaining in any other versions, it is not available. That is the major disadvantage, but it is a very flexible comparing with a VLOOKUP. So you are when you are entered in the Excel, so much of practice by using VLOOKUP. Okay, so it is hard to leave that VLOOKUP functionality, but XLOOKUP makes very flexibility. Okay, so I hope you can understand. From right to left, we discuss about this one, about to look up all the data. So just I explained to you. If you want to get these all the values, just you may give only one this one. Okay, and also there is another advantage is here. I will show you. I want to get the total sales plus 1, sales plus 2. How I get this one? Individually I get this one, but I want to add both these sales 1, sales plus 2. How we make this one? Like do equal to XLOOKUP. This is the lookup value, comma, you must search only this column and say comma. Now if you want to add both these one, you do one thing. Simply you may select this one and plus, and you may select this one and close this one. What happened? You get this 44. So you may add this one, the value 104. 104, how much its value? 32 plus 12. I want to give 101. So I get, yeah, item. When I enter the value item ID, so the both the sales, sale 1, sale 2, it will be displayed. I hope you can understand. Okay, in this way we may use. Okay, but in VLOOKUP it is not possible. Okay, I hope you can understand. Let's check another example about this one. Okay, we discuss about this one. This argument, if not found, if not found, the user message will be displayed like this. Okay, otherwise if you ignore this one, if you ignore this one, the system generated message will be displayed. I hope you can understand. We discuss about in the earlier example. Jivan, can I speak to Jivan?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah, thank you. So those the voice will be returned to all the other participants. So that's why I'm asking. Okay, nice. So this is the message, and also we may use the wildcards. Wildcards. So MO question mark, I put this like this. I want to search. The next argument you may put as a 2. When you say 2, it can recognize the lookup value must be put some wildcards. Okay, it will be displayed MO. So it will be set. How many question marks is here? 5. So MO is common. MO is common after then 5 characters. It is not satisfied. So 2, yes, this one. So it is not satisfied because we may say 5 question marks means 5 characters, if any, exact 5 characters length, it will be set. But the first 2 characters must be put as a MO. But I put a star. What happened? The first one will be taken, means any number of characters. That's why the first match will be satisfied, then it returns the 2. But I put a question marks. What happened? Exact its length before I mean after MO. After MO there must be 5 characters length, but it is not a after MO. It contains only 3 characters. That's why it can't be displayed. But it is displayed like this. After MO it contains 5 characters. That's why it is displayed. If I put a 3 characters, what happened? It will be display the mouse. I hope you can understand. These are the wildcards. You may also use in XLOOKUP. You may also use in VLOOKUP also. Okay, I hope you can understand. These are the wildcards. So at the end, you must put as a 2. Okay. This is the first argument. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th. Fifth argument, if not found. Fifth argument is not found. Okay. So, okay, it's over. We discuss about this one. Next one about what is this a search mode. Yes, we will cover this one. If I entered 1st January 20, I make this one as a maximum. Okay, so let's say I given a date. I given a date 1st January 2020. Okay, so 1st January 2020 it is available, but it can't be displayed like this. Why it will display like this? And again it moves towards the it is 23 and it moves towards the 32. What is its meaning? Why we given the last one as a -1, which is a search mode? No, we don't want to discuss about this one. So we discuss about the, yeah, in this one we will discuss about this one. I will show you. Instead of date I give you as a item name. No, item name is makes a full confusion. So I take as a sale and I want to get the item name. Name. Okay. So we will discuss about what about this one? Yeah. In match mode, we discuss about the wildcards, and exact match we discuss about the one. So we discuss about the next smallest. Let's check next to smallest. I want to give next to smallest is 25. I give 25. I given you as a, sorry, it will be put in here. Okay, I given you as a 25 in sales. Next smallest value I want to retrieve. So let's do equal to X lookup. This is the lookup value, comma. I want to search in this one, comma. I want to get its item name, comma. I don't want to give any error message, comma. In this one, I select the -1 and close this one and say monitor. 25 is the monitor, but the value is not available. But it's a nearest smallest value is the nearest smallest value is 23. That's why we get this as a monitor. If this value as a 27, what happened? Let's check. If I given this value as a 27, the nearest smallest value for the 25 is 22. That's why it gives the mouse. I hope you can understand. So here the next option is exact match or next smallest. Those are value you given its next smallest is search and the item will be displayed. I hope you can understand. In one example, I will show you a different arguments. Okay, and above and the same I given as a 25 equal to x lookup. I want to search for this one in this region, comma, I want to return this array, comma, I don't want to give message, I want to give this next larger item and say enter. So what I get? So about 25, which is here about 25, this one is the 27. Above this one is, so it returns the monitor. I hope you can understand. So smallest and largest. If the exact value is available here, what happens? If the exact value is will occur if you place -1 or if you place 1. There is no difference, but the exact value will be here. That's why it will be displayed. If the exact value is not available, then only it will be displayed on this one. So it will be changed. Okay, nearly smallest value as a 24. That's why it will be displayed as a keyboard. So I hope you can understand. So we discuss all the functionalities of this one. We discuss about this one. Okay, and what about the next one? So we discuss about the match mode and we discuss about the search mode. Let's check about this one. Search mode, search underscore mode. Let's check. Okay, what are the functions is available here? It is also optional, and also I put this one symbolically. We represent this one is a optional. That's why we can't give this one. It's a mandatory. It's a optional. So in this search mode, what are the types it available? One equal to, let's check. Yeah, comma, yeah. One means search from first to last. It is search from search first to last. Search last -1, search last to first. And also 2 means binary search sorted ascending order, -2 binary search sorted in descending order. Let's check. I fill with this one. If I type like this, so what I say, 1 equal to, it means search search from first. Search from first. It is the default. Okay, so this is the default. It is search from first to last, so it will be search from the first. Okay, and 1 means search from last to first. Last to first. Here first to last. Okay, search from last to first. Okay, yeah, here we make this one as a -1. That's why we forget this one, -1. And what about the 2? Equal to 2 about to binary search ascending order. So binary search ascending order. What about -2? Same, binary search descending order. Sorry. Yes, these 4 options are available in search mode. Let's check about from last to like this. In this one example, we make this one. Yes, in this one we will discuss about this one. So I given some 32 here, and also like this. I given like this. I entered the value 32. Okay, what happened? Let's check. Equal to x lookup. I want to search for this value, and in this region, comma, return array. I want to get this item name, comma, I don't want to give the message, comma. I don't want to give any match mode, comma. Next, I want to search first to last. Search first to last. So first to last. So from onwards, first to last. This is the correct answer. Then I get this one. If I put as here like this, equal to X lookup. This is the lookup value, comma. You must search in this region, comma. You must return this one, comma, 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 and you may say search last to first, last to first. So last to first, this is the first occurrence. Then we get this answer. If I change this value as a 14, what happened? It moves to the from bottom to top. This is the correct answer. Then it will be displayed like this. So we discuss about two functionalities, 1 minus 1. Okay, from top, search from first to last by placing -1, by placing 1 last to sorry 1. 1 means search from first to last. -1 means last to first. Okay, these two is over, but you may concentrate here. This is very complicated. So I give as the same value as a 32. It is very difficult to understand this one. I hope you may understand. I given this one equal to X lookup. I want to search for this one, comma. In this region, I select this one, and I want to return this one, comma, comma, comma. Now I want to give as a binary search sorted ascending order. Sorted ascending order. How I get this one answer? Yes, 32. But there is also is there, but it can't be displayed this keyboard. Why it display like this? So binary search, you may concentrate when you hear the binary search. So you must remember the mid value, it will be taken. So how many values are there? 7, equal to 7 by 2, which gives a 3.5. So either you may take a 3 or 4, whatever it may be. So I get the fourth one. So ascending means the downwards will be taken. It can't be moved to the upwards. It will be taken as in a down direction. In down direction, where is the 32 is here, it will search for this value and return this one. Ascending means what happened? The mid value will be taken. The mid value it will be taken, and downwards only. Ascending means from this onwards, downwards only it will be taken. Downwards will be taken and search for this value. Okay, and now I get this answer as a hard disk. So if the same I do like this, equal to X lookup. So this is the value, and this is the lookup array, comma, and return array is this one, comma, comma, comma. I want to give as a descending order, and I get the keyboard. Let's check what is the mid value. You must take this one. This is the mid value, and this mid value it will be taken as a fourth. So the mid value above, descending means above list it will be taken. Above list it will be taken. Above it will be taken, and check if there is any 32 is available in this one. Yes, it is available. Then it will be displayed this as. I hope you can understand. Binary search means the mid value it will be taken. Ascending means bottomwards the mid value, and bottomwards only it will be taken and search for the related data. If I search like a binary binary search ascending order, descending order means, so the mid value and above list it will be taken. This is a very easy to understand. So I select this one and merge this one and put as a vertical data is here. Yeah. So this is called as a descending, and also sorry. this is, sorry, ascending. Okay, it will be taken as a ascending. This is taken as a descending, and this will be taken as a ascending. Okay, so I hope you can understand. Ascending, descending. The midpoint will be taken, downwards will be taken. This is the ascending. The midpoint will be taken and select the list above the mid value. This will be taken as a descending. I hope you can understand. This is a total VLOOKUP. We learned all the arguments. We discuss about all the arguments here. Okay. So this is the XLOOKUP, which makes some confusion to you. You fully depends upon the VLOOKUP. But why we learning this XLOOKUP is a very excellent, but there is a less practice which makes some confusion. Okay, you can't use with confidentially, but you do practice. You make more practice in XLOOKUP. It is very flexible to you. And one more, the XLOOKUP will overcome so much of drawbacks in VLOOKUP. And also we may use also HLOOKUP will be overcome by using XLOOKUP. We may not use a HLOOKUP. Instead of HLOOKUP, you may also use a XLOOKUP. Let's how we do this one. I want to search for this value. I given some value 5, 18, 20 like this. And some quantity and discounts are also I mentioned in the just different rows. Yet here I mention I want to look up this value, and I mention the first lookup value, and this is the lookup value, and this is the return array, and you must define. So -1 means what happened? -1 means -1 means smallest item. Smallest item. You must take this one, smallest item. I will show you. So equal to XLOOKUP. I want to search for this value, comma, and I want to look up in this row, comma, and also I want to return this one, comma. I don't want to display any messages. In this one, you must select exact match or next smallest item. So I put this one and ignore this one. I get this one. So, and also you must put a $sign for this one, and also this one $. So you may drag this one. Automatically you get, if I get 25%, now I get this 10%, 25 input. So 25 input will be belongs to 10%. That's we get. So in without using HLOOKUP, we may also get this one. How we make this one? It says generally by putting a at -1 smallest value, exact match or next to smallest value. Okay. Surendra, 5 minutes. 5 minutes. I sorry. So it overcomes as a HLOOKUP also overcome, and also we may use in two-way lookup. Also we may use in two-way lookup. May also we may use in XLOOKUP. So how we do this one? Let's check. But it depends upon two XLOOKUPs. It depends upon the two XLOOKUPs. How we make do like this? I will show you. Equal to XLOOKUP. I want to search for this one, and I want to search in this one, and a return array, and I want to again I want to get this XLOOKUP, and I want to search for this one, and it must be set in this location, and it return this array. You must select this one and close this one, and inner XLOOKUP is over, and external XLOOKUP also over, and say enter. Now get this answer. This is a lookup value. So in the same way you may do like this. Okay. Okay, we may look at like this. Okay. So this is a two-way lookup in XLOOKUP. Just we specify for this one and searching this one, and again I use a lookup XLOOKUP, and I take this one. I want to search for this one. So both the conditions will first the condition will be satisfied January, February, March, whatever it may be. Those the month you given, only that column will be displayed as a return array. The entire function return only one column as a return array. You must understand the logic. The XLOOKUP, inner XLOOKUP return only one return array. If I enter a January, only this column will be returned. If I type a February, only this column will be returned. So it depends upon the return, it will be returned. Okay, you can capture the logic. I hope you can understand. So in this way also you may use the XLOOKUP. And also you may use multiple lookups. Less the customer ID must be 100 and the name is capital A. And also you may do by using a concatenate. By concatenate, you get this answer. By concatenate, I want to concatenate of this both this one. I will show you. So equal to XLOOKUP. Customer ID is 100 and its name is so and so. I concatenate this one, and also we must search in customer ID %, and his name. So you must concatenate here. The search lookup array must also be concatenate, comma, and which item you want to return the array. I want to get the sales, and you must select this one and press enter. Now you get this answer. You may also use the XLOOKUP like this. I hope you can understand. Okay. Okay. Now this is the last. We are already we discussed about this example in previous. Okay. So let's check. So by comparing with, so this is the last. So I give you some example of what is the difference between. You may give the answer to me. How much you understand? I want to check. So differences in VLOOKUP, lookup and XLOOKUP, XLOOKUP. Sorry, I take both of these one, simply say yes or no. So I make this yes. So first point is exact. I type, you may give the answer. Exact match default. Exact match default in which one? Exact match default in XLOOKUP or VLOOKUP or both. Exact match is default in XLOOKUP, in VLOOKUP, or both. Say simply yes. Both yes. Both yes. Raghavendra say both yes. Anyone can give the answer. It is a right or wrong. There is no problem. But we learned something. So both Raghavendra say both are exact match is a by default. Okay. Okay. Let's check in VLOOKUP. Equal to VLOOKUP, and so given comma comma. Yes. Here in VLOOKUP, by default, approximately match is default, not exact match. These points you must remember while an online examination, they ask like this. And also they give one table and given some formula and ask what the result it will be displayed like this. They ask. Okay, you must remember all the arguments. So now you say in VLOOKUP, what is match is a default, exact match is a default. Okay, no, exact match is not by default in VLOOKUP. It is a approximately match by default. So we say here no. Say simply no. Sorry, this one. మన సురేంద్ర అయిపోయింది సురేంద్ర. అవునా, లేదు లేదు, ఒక్క 5 minutes అయిపోయింది. కొన్ని పాయింట్స్ చెప్తున్నాను, అయిపోయింది. నేను ఫోన్ చేస్తాను. సో ఎగ్జాక్ట్ మ్యాచ్, దిస్ పాయింట్స్ వెరీ ఇంపార్టెంట్, కీప్ ఇన్ మైండ్. ఓకే, exact match is default in XLOOKUP only, not VLOOKUP. So and the next point is return value to the right of lookup. Yes, right return value to the right of lookup. Yeah, so you may say, give the answer. Return value to the right of the lookup. I mean, those are lookup value we mentioned. To right to left, it will be display. Left to right. Right side data will be display. Right side data. It means if you want to understand left to right, it is more comfortable to you. Left to right, data will be returned. It's a true or false. Return values to the left to right. It's a true or false. I mean, say yes or no. Both are yes or no. It means I'm asking a question. It returns the left to right data. It returns left to right data. It will be display. If written left to right data will be displayed in VLOOKUP or XLOOKUP or both. Can you give me the answer?
In VLOOKUP, sir.
In VLOOKUP.
Yes, sir. In XLOOKUP, ascending to descending.
No, I am not saying this is in this direction. I mean to say in this direction. If I take this one, in XLOOKUP or VLOOKUP, in this direction data will be displayed or not. I'm saying it is the lookup value. By depending upon the lookup value, it displays the left to right data. If both are satisfied or one, it will be satisfied. Which one will be satisfied? I'm asking, I search for this one. I want to get this value. I want to get all these value. Left to right data will be displayed in XLOOKUP or VLOOKUP or in both.
VLOOKUP, sir.
In XLOOKUP, we can't return this type of data. This data we can't return in XLOOKUP. We can't return this data by depending upon the ID. Here you may view here 101 I entered. So the data which is placed here, this data will be placed here. In XLOOKUP, we get this one or not? So left to right data will be getting or not by using XLOOKUP?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we get
Yes,
this
sir.
one.
Both.
Yeah, nice.
Both.
Yes, nice. Both will be yes. In VLOOKUP, we get this one, and also in XLOOKUP, from left to right data, it will be displayed. Vice versa. Return values from right to left. Right to left. So in which function makes satisfied this one? These points are very important.
XLOOKUP.
Very
For
good.
VLOOKUP, no.
Very good. In
For
VLOOKUP,
XLOOKUP, yes.
yes, very good, nice. In XLOOKUP, it's okay, but in VLOOKUP, it is not possible.
No.
Okay.
Mm.
Next one is lookup in row. Lookup in row like this. We applied recently like this. Yeah, we look up in the row. We look up in the row data. In VLOOKUP, we may do like this. we may set in this direction in VLOOKUP. In this direction, we may apply any example in VLOOKUP. We apply only HLOOKUP in this direction, but VLOOKUP in VLOOKUP we never select like this. It is not possible by doing in VLOOKUP. It is possible only in HLOOKUP. Okay. So in row, the data must be selected is not possible in VLOOKUP. We can't do this work in VLOOKUP. It is only possibility in HLOOKUP. That's why you may say here as a no. Lookup in row, it is not possible in VLOOKUP. But I mean to say here we can't compare it like this. We do like this. We do like this. We do search for like this, but we can't search like this in VLOOKUP. But in XLOOKUP, it will be done. I hope you can understand. Okay, lookup in row is not possible in VLOOKUP, but it is possible in XLOOKUP. Okay, next one, return more than one value. It is possible in VLOOKUP, return more than one value. I say yes. Here I mean to say, whenever I entered only one formula in VLOOKUP or XLOOKUP, I entered only one formula. By pressing enter, the remaining data will be automatically inserted in VLOOKUP or XLOOKUP.
Both it.
While I entered only, if you apply like this equal to VLOOKUP, I select this one, comma, I select entire comma. I want to display the fourth column, comma, enter. Sorry, second column. So only it will display mouse. It fill this one. By using VLOOKUP, it can't fill these remaining columns. Only it fill this column only. But in XLOOKUP, what happened? If you fill this one, automatically the remaining columns will be automatically filled. So now you say which is the answer, where we put yes, where we put no.
XLOOKUP.
VLOOKUP no, XLOOKUP yes.
Yes. VLOOKUP no, because if you in one cell,
Only one
yes, only you get that answer on that cell only in VLOOKUP.
formula cell.
Yeah. In XLOOKUP, automatically it display. Yes, no, here is no, and here is the
XLOOKUP X.
yes, Y. And what about this one? Lookup column. Lookup column needs to be sorted. In which situation data must be sorted? In which location? In which situation? In which situation you must sort the data? While we discussing in VLOOKUP, we discuss something about you must sort this data. Otherwise, which gives an something error to you. I tell you. Lookup when you sort the data. I tell you. By selecting approximately match. Approximate match. In normal data, you can't sort. Whenever you select the approximately match, whenever you select the approximately match, then only you must be sort that column. Okay. In XLOOKUP, binary search only. Binary search only. You must sort the data. Otherwise, it will be display correct format. So here binary search is here. Where yes, binary search we apply here. The data must be in ascending order. The data must be in ascending order. Then only it gives the correct answer. In XLOOKUP, you must put the data in binary search only. Then you can do the sorted. Otherwise, it gives wrong. In VLOOKUP, when you select the approximate match, then only you may sort. Okay. then you sort the data, then only it will be display correct. So I hope you can understand. In otherwise, it gives the wrong answer. Keep in mind this point. Okay. And search from top to bottom. Search from top to bottom. It is possible in this one. Search from top to bottom is possible here. In VLOOKUP, from top to bottom, it is possible in VLOOKUP. Tell me. Yes, it can search from top to bottom, and also in VLOOKUP from top to bottom it is possible. Vice versa. Search from bottom to top. So it is possible here. It is possible here. Bottom to top. No. In VLOOKUP, bottom to top we never search, but in XLOOKUP it is possible. Okay. And custom messages. If lookup value not found, custom messages will be given in VLOOKUP, like a record not found, like this we may give.
Yes.
You can't depend upon another function, not use if error, only use in VLOOKUP. It is possible in VLOOKUP. You may give a error message, customer error message.
Customized. Yes, sir.
In VLOOKUP.
No, sir.
Yeah, no, we can't give. By using if error, you get this one. Okay, in VLOOKUP, there is no argument will be given if the record is not found. What message will be created by the user? It can't be given in VLOOKUP, but we depend upon in if error function. So directly they can't give. But in XLOOKUP, it is possible. If not found is one of the argument. Okay, I hope you can understand. Let's check. Wildcard search. Wildcard search is wildcard search. Yes. Both are
yes.
Yes, both are yes. Exact search. Sorry. Exact search. Yes, both are possible. Exact search is yes, both can satisfied. Both are done. Thus, that option is here. Exact match. Approximately match. Approximately search. Returning next smaller value. Approximately match, approximately search, return next smaller value is available. Next smaller. Yes, both are happen. Next smaller is happen by using VLOOKUP also. Next smaller is there, but the same return next larger is next larger. Smaller is given, but larger is not given. VLOOKUP and XLOOKUP will be given. By default, approximately match means next smaller it will be taken. Exact match or approximately match means next smaller it will be taken, but next larger is not there. Next larger is not there. That's why we make VLOOKUP as a no. It will be say yes. I hope you can understand. And okay. Yes, another one. Add add new columns to search table may break the formula. If you insert in a table new column, if you insert a new column, the formula will be break. It means it gives the wrong answer. I mean, it can't be displayed properly. In the table, if you insert a new column, the formula makes an incorrect. In VLOOKUP, while applying in VLOOKUP, when you insert the column, one of the column makes as a 0.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Formula will be break. So
Yes.
but in XLOOKUP, it is not possible.
It is not.
Very good, nice. These are the some key points which rises in online examination. This is very important. Okay, later I send all these examples to you for further practicing. And one more thing about we take so much of time. The sir is waiting. So tomorrow we will meet exact 6.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, bye.
Bye,
Bye.
sir.